Okay. I updated this motherfucking driver. And now we shall see. We shall motherfucking see. Okay.
This story was absolutely astonishing to me. I didn't know this. I don't think the overwhelming majority of Americans know this. But this is in
Boomer Ball?
Texas Public Radio.
Boomer Ball.
Texas claims spike in prison deaths isn't heat related. Study says that can't be true. Let's just get this out of the way up front. That claim from the state of Texas is the most brazen lie I've ever seen. This is right up there with like, Saddam Hussein is responsible for 9/11. Like it is obviously untrue. So let me give you some specifics here and you'll see what I mean. Texas prisons have seen, on average, nearly 2 people die each day this summer. A persistent record
2 people a day?
has scorched
That's
the
fucking
state
crazy.
during the same time period. But
2
Texas officials
people
say they have yet to
fucking
confirm
day.
a heat-related prison death so far
I
this
mean,
year.
maybe it was a
It has been
scumbag, but god
more than a
damn.
decade since the last one. That's
That's
despite the
crazy.
state not having air conditioning in 2/3 of its prisons.
That's
So the
fucking
state
nuts.
of Texas doesn't have AC in 2/3 of their prisons, and 2 people are dying every day. And they're saying, no, that's not because of the heat. But it's like 110 degrees. But studies have challenged the death finding.
That's funny.
Scarha doesn't buy that Texas hasn't seen a heat-related death in 12 years. Quote, I think the idea that there have been no heat-related deaths since 2012 is just false, she said. Scarha wrote her doctoral dissertation on mortality rates in Texas dealing with excessive heat. Her findings were published in the Journal of the
Yep, no
American
frames.
Academy of
Updated
Radiation
driver.
and
Hell yeah, baby.
It's attributed 271 deaths between 2001 and 2019, likely to non-air-conditioned Texas prisons and heat. That's 30 times
Oh, it's
higher than the
infinite
national
boost.
average. What are you even talking about the
No
national average?
wonder.
Like,
I'm
the fact
fucking
that we have
retarded.
any heat deaths anywhere in America is a giant scandal. This is totally savage, barbaric, uncivilized stuff. I don't care what somebody did. Now, by the way, I'm not your average lefty when it comes to crime stuff.
Come on.
I've often said I'm tough on crimes that should
Fuck.
actually be crimes. So I'm okay with murder, rape, assault, massive, colossal
You gotta clip
fraud,
that.
which kicks millions of people out of their own homes, like Wall Street did. War crimes. I'm in favor of throwing the book at these people. I'm tough on many crimes.
Fuck!
Having said all that, this is not in the realm of debate or discussion. We're just not going to have AC in a lot of our jails and prisons, and people are just going to die, and it is what it is. That is flat
Yeah,
out
fuck that.
state-sanctioned torture and murder, in my opinion. And it's worse than just murder because you're torturing them the entire time until they die. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice disputed this.
No AC in Texas is torture. That's if you think that's not a big deal, you're actually fucking retarded.
Rather than their department. Scarha said there are often numerous causes to a death, and just because it wasn't what was listed doesn't mean heat didn't play a large role. Quote, heat exhaustion can be pretty mild, and heat strokes are pretty rare, and there's a lot of things that can happen in between that are related to heat and also cause death, she said. The researchers did not get their information regarding deaths, air conditioning, etc. from TDCJ, said Amanda Hernandez, Director of Communications for TDCJ. Scarha
Overtime.
said came from the Justice Department. Ultimately, Scarha's work was peer-reviewed, and TPR confirmed that he used standard methods on the data. So they go on here. Heat in Texas.
What are we doing here?
From the state showed that temperatures in Texas prisons are regularly
Oh, I gotta join my
what is considered
Discord.
safe in county jails, 85 degrees, and increasingly sweltering at over 90 and 95 degrees for many hours a day. The idea that it can even be 84 degrees, and hey, that's okay, not for anybody's life. 84 degrees inside, no breeze. Probably a lot of humidity there as well. No. Homie, I like it 65 degrees inside at night and like 67 or
That's also
68,
psychotic.
the highest.
You gotta keep it at like a 60, yeah, like 70.
69 during the day. We're talking 85 degrees, and they're like, well, that's legal and fine.
This house is at 75 motherfucking degrees.
What?
Honestly, it's not
But
even.
in
I don't
reality,
even
it gets
notice
to
it.
90 or 95 degrees. They say, quote, even for young, healthy adults, 95 degrees when humid can be dangerous. Extremely humid 95-degree days have often been called the limit of the young, healthy bodies. The limit of the young, healthy bodies when it tries to regulate internal temperatures. Even a perfectly healthy person at 95 degrees when it's humid will probably not survive, because your body just can't self-regulate anymore. It's called like the wet bulb temperature or something like that. But many in Texas.
I thought it was higher than that.
are
Damn,
very
that's
healthy and
fucking
are
crazy.
young. Quote, I'm 47, I have a hard time breathing, I wake up numb, sometimes I put in for medical about this. I'm just
Yeesh.
trying to keep out of people's way, just lay there and sweat, Garza said. He's an inmate at TDCJ's Dominguez
Dude,
Beach
I would be
outside San Antonio. The
sweating,
facility does
bro.
not have air conditioning in its housing areas.
I sat outside here in fucking Florida. Rolled a joint, bro. It took me a couple fucking few minutes, bro. I was sweating my ass off, bro.
I don't know how this is legal. I don't know how this is allowed. We do this thing in this country where if somebody's a criminal, if they've been found guilty of something, there's like zero, not just sympathy or empathy, but like no rational, logical thought about how we deal with this segment of the population. And so it's like, throw them in jail, throw them in prison, out of sight, out of mind, end of discussion. And it's like, no, there's some very basic, bare minimum human decency, human rights standards that need to be met. And this is why some countries don't have an extradition treaty with the U.S., because they view our prisons and jails as like, that's like torture. We won't subject anybody to that inhumane situation. I don't know how I can say this more clearly. Put frickin' air conditioning in these jails. Put them in the jails, put them in the prisons. This is unconscionable. This is like modern day torture. That's what this is. And this is to say nothing about, we've covered the private prison stories where it's like there's these for-profit prisons where they are still taking money from the government, making a profit, and they have an incentive to put as many butts in beds as possible because they make more money.
No!
So they lobby the government for 3 strikes laws to lock people up for a longer time. There's been devastatingly terrible stories coming out of those places about them feeding moldy bread or food that wasn't cooked right, and people getting sick, and you know, doesn't meet
Damn,
basic
yeah, you really no
standards.
dignity, bro.
We can't do this, man.
Fucking ridiculous.
We can't live like this. This is astonishing. This is barbaric. This is savage. This is not a very good reflection on who we are, and they got to change this. Like I said, I'm actually a tough on crime dude when it comes to many crimes. And even I look at this and I go, Jesus Christ, you're basically torturing somebody until they die from the heat. It's just casually happening. And in so many prisons, this is the case. It should be a law that you need to have AC in these situations. It absolutely should be a law. You imagine it's 110 degrees outside, you're inside, you got nowhere to go, you don't even have any wind to take the edge off, and you're sitting in like a 100-degree cell. Basically, any of us would eventually die in that scenario. All right, guys, that's the show.
Just the
Thank you all very much, as
pedophiles.
always. Thank you for listening
You put
to
the
me babble on a
pedophiles
daily
in
basis. I
with no
truly
AC.
appreciate it. Do me a big favor, man. Click that subscribe button. For the love of God, click that subscribe button. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a new video drops. Much
Bro,
love to everybody who supports this
Kyle
channel
loves
on
the
Patreon.
subscribe
Links
thing,
in the
but nobody,
description box
that
below.
doesn't help
Helping
anything
out. I've
anymore
never had a
on
conversation with an
YouTube.
advertiser. I'm very proud of that fact. You guys fund this show from the bottom up. You can also support Crystal Kylan Friends on Substack. You
No.
pay $5 a month. You get the video of every debate and interview, and you get it a day early. Everybody else gets it a day later for free.
Plug
The
your
audio
shit,
version of the
bro.
podcast,
Plug
you
your
can sign up
shit,
for free
bro.
on Substack to get that as well. And that's all I got for you, man. I love you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor.
And found that social companionship with both people and other animals
Young
had
Turks.
the largest influence on healthier aging among dogs. The effect was 5 times greater
Fuck.
than anything else they looked at, such as family finances, household children,
What is this?
or the pet parent's age. So just the mere fact that the dogs have that companionship helps significantly, but to varying degrees depending on
What are they talking about right now? What the
or
fuck
what
is
they're
happening?
trusting. So the study was led by several universities, and it's part of the Dog Aging Project. It's a large community science research effort that started back in 2018, and it's funded by the National Institute on Aging and private donations.
Fuck.
The goal of the project is learn how genes, lifestyle, and the environment influence aging and disease among dogs. I just love that there's an entire effort here to study this.
That's
It's
crazy.
great. And the researchers also hope that these insights can help with human health as well. Now, here's how the research is being conducted. They passed out questionnaires to dog owners, and those questionnaires asked the following about the physical activity of the dogs, the environment that the dogs.
Oh, but what if people were fucking lying? Yeah, I walk them twice a day. Of course I do.
And also the health status and
Bitch, you work full time at UPS.
Now, more than 45,000 dogs overall are enrolled in the aging project. A subset of about 1,000 dogs are part of a more focused cohort from whom researchers are collecting blood and other biological samples over many years to uncover additional clues. And the scientists narrowed their analysis to 5 key factors: neighborhood stability, total household income, social time with children, social time with animals, and owner age. That together might explain how the social environment could affect a dog's well-being. And here's what they found. They found poorer health among dogs who lived in households with financial difficulties and other stressors, and better health among dogs who experienced more social companionship, such as living with other dogs. So if you have one dog like I do, you must go out there and get another animal.
I don't know about that, but it's up to you. I guess it makes them slightly healthier.
It could lead to a longer, healthier life. Think about it, Christian. Think about another dog. Now, unsurprisingly, wealthier households have better access to medical care, and pet parents might seek veterinary services more frequently because they have the resources to do so. And then there are several interesting findings here, including having children in the household actually had a negative impact on the dog's health.
That's hilarious.
So
Children
is
suck.
good, except
So
when the socializing
funny.
involves kids. Dogs in wealthier
Kids are
households
AIDS.
were diagnosed with more diseases than those in less affluent homes. And the reason why is because they're actually taking the dog to the vet because they have the resources to do so. And dogs seem to be healthier when they lived with older humans, and this effect was stronger in younger dogs. So,
Wait, it says dogs in wealthier households were diagnosed with more diseases.
right, because they have the resources to take the dog to the vet if they suspect that there's something wrong with the dog.
Oh, and then the vet finds more diseases because they bothered to take it
and
to
gets
the
the
vet.
treatment that the dog needs to live
I
a
see.
longer and healthier life.
So it's not like the dogs in the poorer households are healthier. They just don't know that they're not healthy.
yeah, which is sad.
Right,
Yeah.
of course. And that makes a ton of sense. Look, guys, a lot of this is fairly common sense. If you don't know, there's tons, like, we're social animals, dogs are social animals, and if they're alone by themselves or they're mistreated, of course they're going to be less healthy because it creates more stress, and stress hurts most animals' bodies. Look, I'm not a doctor, so I can't say all, but certainly hurts our bodies, it hurts the dogs' bodies. So, and why does a household with kids not help dogs? Because kids stress out dogs. I'm like, have you ever seen a kid interact with a dog?
Oh, yeah. I was
Right.
taking care of my nieces over the weekend, saw them interacting with Charlie.
Because they're like, hey, dog, how are you? Good to see you, dog, right? And shaking the dog's like, take it easy, right?
Totally. And not only that, I mean, dogs are also emotionally intelligent. And so when a child is in distress, a child is crying, that might put the dog in distress as well.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So-
interesting stuff.
It is. And so, look, take care of your dogs. They'll live longer.
This is so funny.
Also, you can learn something about
Because they
yourself
fucking do
in
24/7
learning about this
streams.
Study, right?
Totally.
We are social beings, and we survive in social settings. Get off the internet, go hang out with your friends in real life. Believe me, you'll feel better after that.
Both you and your dog should touch grass.
Yeah.
Okay. And in all seriousness, guys, I love emphasizing stuff like this. Please go be decent to other human beings. It helps them and it helps you. And the minute they feel better,
let's
you'll feel better.
fucking
Because we're social animals.
Real quick,
That's
real
what we're
quick.
supposed to do. We're supposed to help each other.
let's fucking go. Dad is out of surgery. He's stable. My dad, he's out of surgery. He's motherfucking stable. Hell yes. Ravellos were built different. Suck it. Suck it.
I'ma stay him, I'm not them, you understand me?
Okay. Did I quit the game? Oh, I got kicked off. hold on. Espérate. I haven't even checked the streams, bro.
Please go be decent to other human beings. It helps them and it helps you. And then they feel better.
Let's fucking.
Because we're social animals.
Real quick.
We're supposed to do. We're supposed to help each other.
Let's fucking go. Dad is out of surgery. He's stable. My dad, he's out of surgery. He's motherfucking stable. Hell yes. Ravellos were built different. Suck it. Hell yes. Let's fucking go. How do I close this? Let's fucking.
We're social animals.
Real quick.
We're supposed to do. We're supposed to help each other.
Let's fucking go. Dad is out of surgery. He's stable. My dad, he's out of surgery. He's Let's fucking. Ravellos were built. Let's suck it. Let's fucking. Why wasn't it let me like? Oh. Where do I see my clips? How the fuck do I see? Oh, wait. That's a lie. Where is it? Oh, your clips. Gee. How do I see it on my phone though? Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna do this the annoying way. Copy. Docs.
Yeah. We're supposed to make each other happier, not constantly stress each other out. So learn from the dogs, okay?
Don't point at me when
Sorry,
you say
I meant the research. It's in front of Anna. Okay. Bonus episode. I'll read some member comments too. Good reason to join. And Bill Maher versus Marianne Williamson. TYT.com/join, or if you're on YouTube, to hit the join button below. And we'll see you there in a minute. That 300 million is a pretty good number. Well, that's the size of the U.S. population. You know what our next target is? The size of the entire world. We just crossed 5.
Oh, why did it stop? Oh, the live ended.
So there's a lot of interesting stuff going on at the Iowa State Fair, which is a big political event.
I just gotta send this one thing to my
Here,
uncle.
you have a really interesting exchange. There's a lifelong Republican who voted for Joe Biden, who basically confronts a guy who's a massive Trump supporter. And, I mean, you can look at the Trump supporter's face, and he's clearly struggling with the things that the Republican Joe Biden supporter is saying. But I think this is the sort of rude awakening that a lot of these people are in for if they keep plowing ahead and insisting on Trump as their candidate. So let's watch.
Recount after recount showed it, mister. I've been I've been a Republican my whole life. Yes, I agree with some of Trump's policies, but the guy does not belong back in the White House. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm one of the few. I'm one of the ones that's going to keep him out of there because, unfortunately,
You're not keeping him out
I've
of there.
never voted for a Democrat in my life. I had to vote for one last time. I voted for Biden. He's in there, and people like me are going to be the ones that are going to keep Trump out.
They clearly chopped that up quite
Dude,
a bit.
why
I
does
wish I
that
could see
suck?
the full